and apologise for not having the chance.
Apologise for not wearing any pants.
That is not what happened. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Hello, and welcome to Wheels and Wings podcast, episode 28. 28! Good Lord. Sorry about the delay.
Yeah.
Because
That was your fault.
Well, we had to remember Sunday, which wasn't my fault.
That wasn't.
That
No.
was,
Sorry.
some angry Austrians' fault, wasn't it? But the reason we didn't do one this Sunday was because I have been unwell. I have had the bad AIDS.
Yeah.
So now that's all been flushed out of my system, thanks to we've got new beer stuff in the bar. And this is, let me just so if you're listening only, you can hear this. Oh, that is an ice cold pint of Wrexham lager.
Yeah. It's just been bought, half of it's been bought by two Americans, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. But so nice. And we got Nakota, Wild Horse Nakota on draft, so I had 6 pints last night. Yeah.
Just to make sure the pipes were clear.
Yeah, my pipes were clear.
Your pipes were clear.
And they were. So, but we're back. It's Wednesday night, which is a good time to do it. The only thing is, it's bloody cold, isn't it?
It's brassic.
I usually had biking, but I had to get a taxi this time because I've been lying on the floor of the workshop all day, covered in ice cold petrol and stuff, and just not really keen on going in the snow.
I think I know, because it's the rate at which it evaporates. But why does petrol feel so cold?
I don't know. It does though.
Yeah, it does.
It feels different. It feels colder than normal liquids. So if anybody knows in the comment, if anybody's a scientist, can you let us know why petrol is colder than everything else in the world?
Yeah, I think it's the rate of evaporation, but I don't know that. We've done gyroscopics. I can't do evaporation as well.
No, I don't. Yeah, too many words.
Yeah. So the other apology from me is that I normally crack on with the comments and I haven't. I've been mentally busy as well. But so just to go through some, hi from Australia.
Bloody hell.
So last time you asked how old everybody was.
Yeah.
And now we know how old everybody is. Which
Thanks
is
very much for
good.
that. I saw one guy just come in, 52.
I like that. I like that.
Nothing else, just 52.
Yeah. Clarity and brevity.
It's a good age.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was brilliant. Mark from Australia. Loving the podcast. Oh, yes, Stuart saying, sorry, mate, but when F1 is like watching paint dry.
Yeah.
I'm saying, right. What is your favourite era of BTCC? Okay,
so this leads me on to my first topic and the only topic that I've got written down as ready to go.
I don't believe that. You're a very professional man.
I've been so busy and been ill and not been able to do anything. So I've got a test for you, and this is
John Cleland.
Yeah. So
sorry.
Pass. So what's your favourite era of BTCC? Is I don't think it is subjective. I think there was a better era of BTCC, and I found a reason for why. And I think as well that BTCC, I remember in sort of the 90s and like maybe even a little bit the early 2000s that there was more press involved. There was you heard about stuff. There was household names more than there is now. There was things were just a bit more, and obviously the old saying was win on a Sunday, sell on a Monday.
Soper, was it? Who was the BMW guy that went into a massive dealership as a result of...
Soper, yeah. Was that BMW, was he?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Steve Soper, wasn't it?
Okay, we're doing badly already.
Just don't know. But anyway, so my favourite era is 90s.
Okay.
And this is my theory, right? So I'm going to show you two pictures, Wynne, okay? So I'll start with picture number 1, okay, which is, I'll show the guys at home on the YouTubes. That's the picture that I'm going to show Wynne. Okay, Wynne.
I've got my glasses on.
You're so fucking old, aren't you? What car is that?
That's a Vauxhall Cavalier. Vectra.
You pissed.
Oh, it's a Nissan. It's got Nissan written all over it. Sorry, guys. It's a Nissan Primera.
Yeah. And it's a Nissan Primera because it says...
I just read it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Primera in massive letters there, yeah?
Yeah.
On the side and on the windscreen.
It's harsh. But
Sorry.
Yeah. Still looks like a Vauxhall Cavalier.
That was pretty offensive.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to show you another picture.
Okay, I'm ready this time.
So... There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's about 20 cars here.
Yeah.
Can you name all of those?
I can name... So, BMW 3 Series.
Yeah.
There's a Toyota Yaris.
No.
There's a... There is.
No.
There's that red and white one, though.
It's not Yaris.
There's that Napa is a Ford Focus.
Correct.
But I know what you're saying.
So I'll show the camera.
Yeah. It is a Yaris.
It's an Albris. Or it's a Corolla.
Oh.
Again, even I don't know, and I'm an expert. So, these are all the cars. So the problem you've got... Sorry, is that in focus? There you go. These are all the cars. Now. And the problem is... None of them, and I don't know why, but they have completely abolished writing the name of the car on the car.
Yeah.
So there's no... The manufacturers used to be proud of what they were producing, and now it seems that, like, they don't want to put Astra on the side of their car. They don't want to put, Primera, no Primera, or Corolla on the side of the car, whatever it is. And all of them, like, what is that thing there? This one, I'm zooming in on that one. That XL one there, what's that?
That's a Hyundai.
Yeah, what?
It's yeah. The advert used to say prepare to want one. I'm still prepared.
Prepared to know what it's fucking called.
I know what you mean.
Swearing.
The model way, yes. So I know what manufacturers they are, but I don't always know what the model is.
But even the manufacturers, sometimes it's like there is... Where's the... I can't see. It's always in the back somewhere. No, it wasn't. It did really well against the BMW last year. It was the only other rear-wheel drive car on the grid. It was the Infinity. And again, it did really well. But fucking hell, when was the last time you saw one of them?
Laser Tools Infinity.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing they do. The same team, like West Surrey Racing, has the Jake Hill's car, which is Laser Tools or something, which is the blue and white one, and the Northern Irish guy, but his is like decked out in purely BMW, I think.
Well, so that's because you've got private and manufacturer.
Oh.
So that's one.
So they're both BMW, but not the same. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So BMW would be like a works car. So that'll be a car that BMW make and support and pay for. And then you've got that, but they will sell the car and gear everything to another team like Laser Tools or whoever it is.
Yeah.
And that's why they've got their sponsor all over, because it's all about sponsorship and money and stuff.
I do get that.
Yeah, I understand it, but it's for me, it just means that I can't really keep up to date with what the cars are properly, and I don't feel that same sort of passion. And the problem that's very much the same with rallying as well, is they all look the same. BMW 3 Series is the only one that looks different to the other cars. It's just a proper saloon car.
Yeah.
The rest of them just all look exactly the same with slightly different headlights and stuff. So for me, it has made it more boringer than it was before.
Yeah,
because you used to have stuff like the old, big estate Volvo, or even the SA through the saloon,
Yeah, Subaru.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, recently you had the Subaru, didn't you? The Legacy of the estate, which was really good. That was only a few years ago now.
Yeah.
The rolling roadblock.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they're just not there anymore. It's all about these sort of saloon hatchback hybrid things that are just a bit rubbish, coupe-ish sort of cars. So for that reason, I'm out.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm not out. I still enjoy watching it if I can, but
I think the whole rubbing is racing thing is still alive and well.
Yeah,
there,
and I still really enjoy the watching it. I do, but I don't get as much time now. But maybe I think if they made it just a bit more about the cars, less about the I don't know, just made it a bit more so
car focused.
well, kind of fuck off the hybrids and all this bollocks. And I think like getting the people in to watch it on a Sunday and then go out and buy the car on a Monday. I don't know how much that happens now.
Yeah.
Because people aren't, as interested maybe. And it's a little bit the same with Formula One as well, because Formula One used to be like, you had Ferrari, you had Lotus, you had Renault, you had all these guys. And now you've got there's a car that's a Red Bull?
Yeah. Well,
who makes the fucking Red Bull? They make drinks. What car is it?
Yeah.
I want to know about the manufacturer, the chassis, the engine. I don't care about the fucking drink. It's a good drink. I enjoy it. But that's what I mean. It's all about, it's not car-centric anymore.
Vodka Red Bull should be called.
Yeah. There was a Jägermeister delivery a while ago as well, wasn't there?
Yes. Where was that? Was that European touring cars?
Probably, yeah.
Now they look cool.
They're really good in the DTMs and stuff.
Yeah, DTM.
Yeah. Really, really cool.
Really cool looking.
But again, we're just, I don't know, it's just sad, isn't it? I want to see Nissan Primeras again, the Primera written all over the side of the car. That's cool.
Yeah, you need to go to Autograss Racing then. The Flieger 671.
Oh, Flieger.
Yeah, 57, listening from Sweden. How cool is that?
Wow, that's good.
I'm more wings than wheels, and therefore think Wynne should get a whole episode to himself. Oh. Thank you, Flieger. That's really...
Please.
That's really good
That'd
idea.
That'd be amazing. I'd love that.
A real hoot as always, boys. Craig, thank you. I put you on for my parrot to listen to. Maybe that's the other 1%. Love the podcast and Tasty Classic. I'm in the RAF.
Why did you skip over that bit there?
What?
You just hurried through that last bit then, didn't you?
I love the podcast and Tasty Classics.
Oh, that's nice of them. Who's that?
That is Ivan Brennan.
Oh.
I'm in the RAF as a aircraft tech.
Oh,
cool.
Fantastic.
Oh my God, I have so much respect for those boys. Also used to work on Tornado and now BBMF. Oh my!
What's BBMF?
Battle of Britain Memorial Flight. So the Lancaster.
Wow.
So first of all,
so he's teching on those, he says.
Yeah. So first of all, condolences about Schlongy.
Yeah.
Absolutely tragic. Loved the man. And please say hello to Suggs for me.
Suggs.
Yeah. So Squadron Leader Sugden is the officer commanding BBMF, and I love that man. He's lovely, and I do know him.
Fantastic. Does he know you? Will he get him in?
Probably not. Oh. But say hello for me, please. Australia?
It'll be like, Wynne says hello, and he'll be like, who?
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 Wayne who?
I've won what?
If I was a Red Arrows commentator, I'd have had a say, look straight ahead. Aha! I didn't say Simple Simon says. Okay,
yeah.
I see what you've done there, mate. Good. Will you be offering a tour bus for the subscribers who want to visit the workshop, Jazz Bar Record Shop?
No.
Do you want to think that one through?
Thank you, though. That would be good.
Classic Mini Haha, he's called.
Nice.
Or
Very
she.
cool.
Or she.
Yeah.
If
it's a she, it might be different.
Right, I'm going to test you on your history. I was born in 1066 and my eye is killing me.
Don't get it. I was born in 1066, my eye is killing me.
Battle of Hastings.
Right, yeah, I know that.
Arrow in the eye.
What arrow in the eye?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Moving quickly along. That missing 1% listener...
I wasn't there like you.
That missing 1% listener is pet background noise.
Ooh.
Fair.
Which is good. Keep that sort of thing up, because we still get paid for pets listening, and they don't skip the adverts to pets either.
Yeah, true. 58 listening in Yorkshire. Wynne, what happened to all our Harrier jump jets? They were so ahead of their time. I mean, we had Sea Harrier and Air Force variant. Well, I tell you what happened, mate. They had to make a decision in one of, I can't remember which year it was, but they had to decide what to get rid of. And they looked at the Tornado Force, which was huge, and the Harrier Force, which was smaller but very flexible, and they got rid of the Harriers because the Navy volunteered to get rid of their Sea Harriers, waiting in the hope that they would get the F-35, which they now have. Yeah, so It was a long game, strategic move for them, but I hear you. Harrier was amazing.
Yeah, really cool. I mean, it's just one again, like Concorde, an iconic flying machine. You know?
Absolutely, and a British invention.
Wow,
went to the US, was upgraded into what they call the AV8B.
Couple of big, like 440 V8s or something.
Yeah, massive.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we would have just put like a 3 litre straight six in, wouldn't we?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
What did the E-Type have? That was a V12.
V12, wasn't it? Yeah, but it was like a 1.8.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was good. I think it was a 4 litre.
We'll just do a few more of these.
But the old Formula 1 cars that were V10s and V12s and stuff, they were such small displacements.
Yeah.
Really, really old. I'm talking like 30s, I think, Formula 1 cars. They were sort of your 2 litre V12. Or, it's like, what the fuck?
I know, because, very, very high. So Honda made a 6-cylinder, I want to say 250cc, for the Isle of Man.
Wow.
And so tiny little pistons, but I guess it was the whole high revving thing, wasn't it? There must be a tiny power band on that. I don't know how that works.
Bloody hell, yeah.
Sid, 21, probably one of the youngest. Mate.
21?
Yeah, how cool's that?
That's cool. Cheers, mate. Appreciate that.
We defo need Ben to tell some more car sales stories. Bet you get some absolute nut jobs.
Yeah. Did I tell you about the woman who part exchanged her husband's Audi A4? I told that on the podcast. I'll tell it after.
Okay. Let's do a few more.
I've not mentioned that before, have I?
SR Brown, midweek podcast, great call. Ben not hanging, both on the lash. It might be the way forward. Well, let's see, shall we?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're doing another one, aren't we? So.
Yeah, that's good. That would be a great video to see what you can do with an auction car.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, interesting.
I follow a lot of dealers in YouTube, like Chops Garage and Shifting Metal, etc.
Yeah.
Do you know who they are? I don't know.
So, on that, I am... It's difficult, and I think I'm just going through a bit of a tough period at the moment of graft, and I'm a little bit burnt out in some ways. So I've been ill recently, and
that doesn't help, does it?
No, and I've had to still do stuff while I'm ill, because if I take time off, I can't do a video every Friday and all this sort of stuff, because I like to make good content, and good content for me is a full story.
Yeah.
Rather than just like a part 1, part 2, part 3. It's like with the second thing on the Rascal, it was just like, right, the full story was like, we're getting the welding done, we're getting it back on its wheels, and we're ready to make that's good.
Cool.
Took like 3 weeks to film that, and it to condense into sort of 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And I just I think when I get into the new year, I'm going to change how I do things.
Okay.
Because I'm working myself to, like today, it's still not massively well, and I'm lying on concrete floors, it's snow outside, I got petrol all down my arm, just really, really rough. And I can feel it in my, my voice and stuff again now. I'm like, I've been in the cold all day. And I think
you thought about working for Abbey National?
Yeah.
You'd be in an office, mate. It'd be brilliant. You get your own little cubicle. Yeah. It's like human factory farming, but it's warm.
Yes, this is the thing, and so
I'm being facetious. Sorry.
Sorry, excuse me.
All right.
And
get it.
I'm laying it on a bit thick there, aren't I?
Don't milk it.
So, I am thinking that I might need to just wind it in a bit for next year, really, and try and look after myself a little bit more. Because I'm getting very stressed when it gets to Thursday, and I'm trying to get.
What about getting the content out?
Yeah, and that sort of stuff, and trying to sort of chase my tail and things. So I'm going to start with my first one of this type of thing. So I'm still going to do lots of workshop related stuff, but it's going to be at a slower pace. So if a big workshop video might take me longer to film, but it'll be better, but you won't see one of those every week. You'll see one of those every 4 weeks. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Something like that. And in the meantime, what I for the other videos, is going to be more about buying cars and going on adventures with them, or just getting on the train, going down. So I was looking at stuff. There was an R53 Mini supercharged thing that was like £1,500, and it just looked like a smart thing. And I thought it'd just be so much nicer to sit on a nice warm train, head down to wherever it was, pick that Mini up and try and make it back to the workshop and just see what goes wrong with it, get it on the ramp and just sort of see what kind of car it is. And afterwards,
Rag it.
yeah, and just sort of, and just see if there's any little jobs that it needs, because it'll already have an MOT, it won't need fucking boatloads welding, all this sort of stuff. And then just either raffle it off or whatever, or keep it if I like it.
And we do have like some vague plans for the podcast, because remember, I still want to do this, and it'll probably be closed now. Go to an aviation museum, and like the Carnarvon Aviation Museum has a Hawk that I flew. And it'd just be really cool to show you around a Hawk.
I would love to see that.
So, but we were on about, having the trip out there, and now you've got a car I'd like to be in while we went out there.
Yeah.
And, do the trip out there and do a little bit out there.
So that's the thing, but it's trying to, if you said to me now, let's do that next week, I'd be like, there's no chance, because I'm flat out sanding the roof of a rascal, or so, I wouldn't have the time.
Is that
to do
a euphemism?
Yeah, sanding my roof.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so I need to pull it in.
Yeah.
Stop doing so much.
Is that a euphemism?
Yeah. Stop doing so much that is taxing and grafty.
I agree, mate. Absolutely agree.
Because it's just going to affect the content. And I noticed when I was recording some more stuff with Rascal, I'm just rushing through things. I'm worried about all sorts of stuff, and I just need to be able to get the job done. And there's a lot of stuff as well that I want to skip. So with doing the Rascal restoration now, today I was messing about with the carb and the fuel system, and it's something that I've done so many times before on other cars, and it's just not very interesting. And I'd like to be able to just spend a day like I did today doing that, and then filming interesting stuff on that I haven't done before, or that's visually looks quite good. Instead of, and I could just say, right, I had problems with this, that's done now, the fuel filler neck's in, everything's sorted, happy days, move on to the next thing, rather than spending, 2 hours on a video talking about
a carburetor. but I would say, I absolutely hear you, because it needs to be sustainable.
Yeah, it's got to be sustainable.
You need to be able to do this for the next 10 years, don't you? And then...
And I think if I carry on at this rate, I might make another 6 months.
Yeah, but
I've got that date with that girl in a couple of weeks. That, I'm
just gaff that off. Gaff that off. It might be a bloke.
But imagine it's true. But imagine if she's like, "Oh, can we go and do this?" And I'm like, I can't, because I've got some sliding doors to weld on a Rascal. It's just stuff like that. I need
that's
to be
getting
a bit
your
less.
priorities right. You don't need a woman.
It's true. No.
No, I get you. I'm being facetious. Married to Wrexham Lager.
Oh, it's so bloody good.
But there are people who will be listening to this who do like watching that fine detail stuff.
Oh,
so
no,
you're not going to lose all of it. Not going to lose all of it.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm not going to do that, but it's just repeating myself.
Yes.
And spending too long on one thing.
Yeah.
I'm doing a car at the moment, the head gasket's gone.
Yeah.
And I did a head gasket video 2 weeks ago.
Okay, on a different car, but it's basically the same thing.
Yeah, so for me now to jump straight into another head gasket video doesn't really make much sense to me. I don't think it's very fresh, it's not very interesting, because I've just done one, so I don't really think that's something that I want to do. But instead what I can do is maybe either do that off camera, farm it out or something, and then just move on to the other stuff with the car, make it more interesting, do stuff that I haven't done in a while, or is a different thing to do,
Yeah, no, I do get it. I think that's brilliant. I think it's a really good idea, and it's healthy for the channel, because it's going to keep going forever now.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're working at a pace that you can't sustain as soon as you get a tiny little sniffy cold, then that's no good, is it?
This is it. Absolutely, just it pushes everything. Yeah, it's all it is. But it just puts everything up. But I don't want to sort of whinge. But that's the that's sort of what. So saying the car auction video that guy mentioned, it's just that sort of thing. It's not going to be taxing for me. It's going to be something I could do a bit more pace. But
be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And I need people to understand that I am doing a full restoration on a van. Rob has been doing a full restoration on his MX-5 it has taken him almost 10 years or something, you know, and I'm trying to do it in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It is, and I'm doing it all on my own. It is so hard to do that amount of work to a car. It's just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours that I'm just ploughing into this thing. And it's more about like not doing as much of that.
Yeah.
I think.
Totally get it.
Imagine if next year, just like the main, you know, if I can't restore a car, if I can't get the car going straight away, then, you know, and make it fun, then the Capri would be the only thing that I do sort of big restoration-wise next year.
Yeah.
And the rest of it is like...
Fun car stuff, you know,
let's go and do it. And it'll still, you know, there'll still be workshop-based stuff, but I want to get into more like... As people are saying, oh, try ice blasting this, try doing that, you know, and I want to do different things with cars.
What's ice blasting?
Just like different ways of cleaning underneath the cars and stuff, you know, and
like sandblasting.
Like sandblasting, yeah, but more faddy, but yeah, just that sort of stuff. Trying to.
Is it using ice?
Yeah, it's using dry ice. Yeah.
So, okay, the only reason I'm thinking, sorry to get stuck on this, but I've never heard that before. So sandblasting is a shit show, isn't it? There's crap everywhere. There's dust. If this takes the stuff off, is it then just gone?
Well, no, because everything that you take off still becomes airborne and then goes to the floor.
Yeah. But you haven't got sand as well.
Yeah, but the dry ice is essentially, it just disappears.
Clever.
Yeah. It is clever, but it's not as good.
Okay.
So not sandblasting, but media blasting, which is like sandblasting, but with loads of different types of things. That is very, very rough, and you've got different coarseness of sand. So, you know, you can have like, it's the same as sandpaper. You have 80 grit sandpaper, 400 grit sandpaper, 1000 grit sandpaper. It's the same with sandblasting, or media blasting. And the whereas the dry ice stuff isn't as hard on stuff. So it's like if you want to take rust off a chassis, it's probably not the best thing to do. So, but I you know, I want to know more stuff like that. I want to do more stuff like that. You know.
No, get it. No, it sounds like a really good plan. Really does.
Anyway, that was a little bit of a
I like that.
A whinge.
No, it wasn't a whinge at all. And the reason I know it wasn't a whinge, because I'd taken the piss out of you for pretending to be ill, but you love doing this, and for you to say, I said, come on, mate, let's do a podcast, and for you to go, I can't. Yeah, I knew. That's not why I knew you were ill. It's because you weren't in the bar at all last weekend.
Yeah, I had a whole weekend off the bar.
For a minute.
So bad.
That's really ill.
Really ill. Really. Yeah. And I cancelled a date with that girl because I was too ill.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, it's just like, didn't have anything to drink all weekend, didn't get my end away.
Yeah.
And I blame it on Bedford
That's
Rascal.
probably because you're vaccinated.
Shall I tell that story?
Tell it.
Right.
Well, this is an amazing story.
I went on a date a few weeks ago.
Should I top you up? That's probably warm.
Top me off.
Probably warm.
So good. My mum just texted me and said, "Can you buy me a Renault Kadjar?" Like 15 fucking grand, mum. But yes, I will, because I love my mum.
Could be worse. You could be buying some lobster claw wheels.
Oh no, I will be doing that as well. But okay. I'm buying another Porsche. Did I tell you about the other Porsche I'm buying? So I bought the Porsche.
You hinted at it.
But I want to give something back to the viewers of Tasty Classics. So I'm buying another Porsche next week.
That's good of you.
It is, and I'm going to raffle it off for them.
Oh, cool!
So someone can have a Porsche for Christmas for £1, which is going to be fun.
That's
and it makes me feel better about just spinning around in my 911. Oh yeah! Anyway, what we
can we come back to that?
Come back to that.
What were we talking about?
I went on a date.
Oh yes.
So I was on Hinge, right? I went on a date with this girl, and she was this Austrian, like, extreme sports calendar model type bird, like, babe.
You showed me a photo.
Yeah,
she is gorgeous.
Was.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolute babe. And met her in Storyhouse.
Yeah.
And just...
I'm going to put my microphone down here because I'm going for a wee, and nobody wants to hear that.
Oh, okay, right. Well, shall I pause it?
Yeah, please. Yeah, sorry about that.
So, went out on a date with this cool chick. And
she is gorgeous looking. Was.
blonde Austrian, like.
If you
worldie.
imagine an extra in a James Bond film,
Yeah.
and she's like the ski instructor or something.
So she's a little bit Fritzl. So so on her profile on Hinge, she mentioned something about like vaccines and stuff, and I just sort of glossed over it, and I was just like, yeah, whatever. You know, I kind of agree in some ways on some of the stuff she was saying. She's a little bit right wing and that, and I was just like, yeah, whatever, yeah. I'm not very sort of political, so I was just like, whatever, just fucking get in my bed. Anyway, and so I went out there and we were just chatting away, and it was just lovely. We're getting on really, really well. And then she bought up the COVID vaccine.
Which is odd, isn't it? That's a while ago now.
Yeah. It's like a long time ago, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
And she was like, so did you have it? And I was like, I think I had to get one because I had to get a car to go travelling with, like, and I had to go somewhere, and I had to do something to get this. But I think, I got one, but I didn't get anything else. And I was just like, and my mum got it, and she got a bit ill with it, and I was just like, I don't really, I'm not into that sort of thing. She was like, me neither. No, I don't like it. I was like, yeah. Anyway, we started talking about something else.
Yeah.
And then the date went on. Really good.
And were you thinking, this could go well?
Yeah, 100%. I was like, this is fucking, we've got everything else to go. So she was a YouTuber as well, yeah? Kind of a YouTuber. So this is where it gets a little bit weird.
Okay.
A little bit spooky. No, Halloween's gone now, isn't it? A little bit Christmassy.
Ting, 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 ting.
No, Austrian.
The hills are alive.
So I get home and I'm like, because I'm fucking dead cool, I was like, I'm not going to message her. and I sort of like...
I can't believe you thought about it, because that instantly makes it not cool. But anyway, go on.
You got to play the game, man. And so I'm just like, I was just, whatever. And then I got this essay offer, this big message just popped up on my Hinge, big lengthy thing, like I'll show just see the YouTubers can see the what you have to deal with in the online dating world. Look at that there. Can you see like screens can't record screens, can they? Look at this essay. So I got this off this girl, and she was like, the bones of it were, she said, that was a really lovely date, thank you. I'm quite bummed out because unfortunately I wasn't joking about the fact that I don't want to date anyone who's gotten vaccinated.
Wow.
And I was like, I might be extreme, nutty or wrong, but when it comes to looking for someone to potentially have children with one day, that's a non-negotiable for me. Went out for one date for a coffee in Story House.
Who's talking about children?
No, fucking hell.
You can adopt them anyway. It's fine.
Well, just...
Yeah. If you want a clean one.
I'm clean! I've had one COVID vaccine, look.
You can have one of mine. I've got fucking hundreds, mate.
No, I don't want any of yours. They're all fucked.
They're all old.
And then so I've made that a boundary, blah, 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 blah. Having said that, I had an amazing time, gutted, blah, blah, and all this, and I was just like, what the fuck? Anyway, message back saying, yeah, it's okay, I had a lovely time anyway.
That's very diplomatic.
Oh, I'm a gentleman. And...
Didn't you say, you meant?
No, because you've always got to think she might come back.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? You might get a little drink text. Wear a condom.
I can guarantee you won't get a vaccinated child.
Yeah, you don't have to worry
in fact, I was planning to.
Yeah, if it's in the mouth. No, anyway, sorry.
Sorry, we can edit that out.
No. So...
Brilliant.
But so very sketchy background of this girl. Like, she's obviously a mental case, but she moved from Austria like 11 years ago. Oh God, imagine if she listens. It'd be hilarious,
she definitely doesn't.
Sorry, Monica, if you're listening. So she moved from Austria 11 years ago and lives with her sister and her mum and dad.
How old?
And she's in the
30s. Not her mum and dad, her.
She's in her 30s.
Okay.
So
we're building a picture.
We're building a picture. So, and her sister's grown as well, like. And so they live in this house together, the four of them. Right. And they do like YouTube dance videos, but it's led by her mum and dad.
What?
So, and
what? Okay, I'm trying to visualize. I'm not sure I want to visualize that. But is it just a bit? Have you seen any of them?
No.
Why would you?
Yeah, I've not looked for anything. But she, they wouldn't be on the sort of websites I look for videos on anyway. But it gave very
minigearbox.com.
Yeah. Well, is that a good one? Is it?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
But very Fritzl vibes, like just like she's been let out for a date.
Yeah.
And she's got home and told her dad, and dad's gone, no, no, he has had the vaccination, no, not allowed out again.
Where's he from?
I was going for a bit of Schwarzenegger.
No, very good.
Yeah.
Get to the chopper.
Yeah. What? She wasn't Indian.
Wow.
So that was a weird date.
Do you know what?
Recently.
It's amazing. It's I don't and do envy you out there. Like, it's not.
We can't win. We can't all be ex-RAF pilots, can we?
Yeah.
Going round, just cleaning the streets.
Yeah.
Just walking up to any girl you like.
Yeah.
Just going, name a plane.
Hi.
And they'll name it and they'll go, yeah, flown it. Come back to my house.
Hi. So, what do you do? No, it doesn't work like that.
It does. I've seen it. I've seen you, mate.
I've seen it happen.
I've seen you.
Yeah, obviously.
Always creeps up in conversation, doesn't it? Somehow, it just creeps up in conversation.
Well, they used to say the things like, how do you know if somebody's an RAF pilot? Don't worry, he'll tell you.
RAF pilots and vegans.
Vegans, brilliant. Yeah.
So yeah, fuck date.
Yeah.
But I've got another. I'm speaking to another girl at the moment that I really like. So anyway, it doesn't matter.
What's his name?
Ryan.
Right. So going to get through these.
Sorry about my coughing
because of
and
my.
But I don't know if I mentioned, but I've been really unwell.
You really have. Jamie, 41, but identify as 24.
Nice,
Good lad.
Like
Babcock. Also,
oh really? Well.
Also,
sorry.
Grandad Tinkerer Babcock. Also good at forgetting things on railways, allegedly. Yeah. So Babcock took over the engineering of the Hawks at RAF Valley.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I know what he's on about. Greetings from the Philippines. Mate, what's going on? What's going on? Sweden, Australia, Philippines.
It's mad, isn't it?
Good to know about your
poppies. All my
poppies.
mates are from within a 10-mile radius. Yeah. This is mad, isn't it?
It's so cool. Greetings from the Philippines. Good to know about your poppies. Seems my handle is confusing you.
Oh, is this the name?
Kreml.
What was it?
It's a CREMYLL is my email address, and it's a village. Oh, I see. I used to live in Cornwall. My actual name is Steve Park. Mate, a Scouser.
Oh, fucking hell.
Mate.
No, Cornwall's not Scouse. Okay, no.
Awesome. Submariner, what a cool man. Got any Doctor Hood?
Submariner?
What? Submariner.
Why do you pronounce it Submariner, not Submariner?
Well, mariner is somebody who's, works on ships anyway. So sub as in submarine, obviously. Got any Doctor Hook on vinyl at the shop?
Yeah, it's all in the pound bin. Sorry, I apologise.
Harsh. That's mate. That's
but
harsh.
it is all in the pound bin. Like it's one of those things.
If I said you had a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? Lyrics like that are just not made anymore.
No, and not many people are buying Doctor Hook now, unfortunately, because I've got fucking loads of it.
I'm 29 and from Ireland, probably the only one watching the podcast that fits in my demographic. No way.
Why? What's the demographic?
Mr. Mambus. I don't know, 29. We have got a 21-year-old.
Yeah,
mate.
I'm
welcome aboard.
Almost 29 anyway.
You will. Sorry, mate. Sorry. 44, slightly out of shape welder and swearing enthusiast.
Yeah,
love that.
proper bloke.
Love that.
I watched that speaking of Ireland, that Hounds of Shield, give any with the In Bruges 2 off, where he cuts his fingers off. Have you seen that?
Yeah,
I watched that
absolutely amazing film.
Great film. A few people slagged that off, but I thought it was brilliant. Really, what's it called?
The
Is it the Hounds of?
there's no hounds in it.
No.
Inisherin.
Yeah, in a shirt. Anyway.
God, we're gonna have to look that up now. We're idiots, aren't we?
Yeah.
The
Drink too
I
much.
love those. Yeah,
They are.
What a good film
Yeah,
that is.
it's a great film.
I'm 53, so definitely not young and cool. I'm in New Zealand,
3.
mate. The All Blacks, so cool. How did
No,
the?
there's quite a lot of white people there as well. I've been told.
Oh God.
I've never been.
How did the two of you first meet?
Well,
it's
I'll tell this story
Go
for
on.
a moment. So
It was a dark and stormy night.
there's a little club called Alcoholics Anonymous, and Wynne and I were in there for our weekly meetings.
Yeah.
And we were sat around, and the guy doing this normal stuff, he was like, terrible here. And I looked over at Wynne, and we both looked at each other like, we shouldn't be here.
Shouldn't be here.
We shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
So I looked over at Wynne and I said, should we just go to the pub instead?
Do you want to get a pint, mate?
Yeah. And so we went and got a pint.
Yeah.
And that the rest is history.
Yeah.
That was years ago.
Yeah. Hi, my name's Wynne.
Yeah. Hi, my name's Wynne, and
I'm a
where
bit
is
bored.
the exit?
Where's the pub?
Yeah. I thought this was supposed to be for alcoholics. Where's all the fucking booze? Sorry,
I think we're
that's
being
insensitive
flippant.
to people who
Yeah,
are
massively.
alcoholics. So if you are an alcoholic, I don't know. Why? How come?
Wait, 2 in 1 week. Oh yeah, we did 2 in 1 week. Cool. And then
That was because remembrance.
there was a massive gap. 47, and then a Union Jack. Nice.
Yeah.
Dodgy question for Wynne. Read more. What?
Oh.
What?
Does the carpet
What does he
match
make?
the drapes?
What does he make of the UFO stuff coming out of the US Congress hearings and the NDAA legislation in recent years? David Fravor's Black Aces Tic Tac case and David Grush. Mate, I'm going to have to do some research here.
Yeah,
I mean,
I saw
UFO
something about, like, they said that UFOs are in the sea, aliens are in the sea or something. I don't know what it's all about.
Historically, it's not come to fruition, but, I mean, never say never, but...
Have you ever been in a plane flying and you've ever seen anything that's a little bit unexplainable?
No.
No?
No.
No way?
No, never. So, it's not a dodgy question, Dan Sim77. It's not dodgy, but I don't know anything about that. I'd like to say I'll do some reading. If I can, I will, but...
Why don't we ask the robots?
Should we do that?
Yeah.
Hang on.
Let's ask the
if I
robot.
cut and paste that.
No, I'll just ask him.
Okay. Yeah, but I've got to see the... can you bring up the question?
No, I'll just ask him. I see what think about aliens.
Oh, I see.
I hope everybody's having a nice Wednesday night, by the way. Oh no, because this will be
Hi,
Thursday
mate.
morning.
We've got
Hi, ChatGPT.
We're doing a podcast, and Ben wants to ask you a question.
Are you there?
Hi, are you there?
Fucking hell.
Mate, you're the future. Are you there? So you're letting me down. Come on, what's going on? Why aren't you answering?
Have you put 50p in the meter?
When there's a little thing like that, it's normally working. Hi, are you there?
Switch it off and back on again.
Certainly.
All right, so we're doing a podcast, and Ben wants to ask you a question.
Great. I'm ready for Ben's question whenever he is. Let's hear it.
Hello again. I hope you're well. So I was just wondering. Now, in recent weeks in America, there's been lots of talk about aliens being in the sea. So can you just elaborate on that for us? And are there aliens in the sea?
Hey, Ben. The idea of aliens in the sea is a fascinating topic. While there isn't concrete evidence of extraterrestrials living in our oceans...
Okay,
the
thanks very
mystery-
much, mate. No, sorry, go on, carry on.
Tell me about mini gearboxes.
No worries, Ben. As I was saying, while there's no proof of aliens in the sea, it's a fun topic because of unidentified submerged objects and strange deep
Oh, sorry,
sea
hang on. Let me just stop you there. Carry on.
Sure thing. As I was mentioning, the idea stems from mysterious...
Oh, sorry, hang on, just one. No, it's okay, carry on.
Got it. To wrap it up, while the concept of sea aliens is more science fiction than
Ask
fact,
him something benign.
the mysteries of the deep continue to intrigue us. Thanks for the question.
Can I ask you one more question?
Of course, Ben. What's your next question?
I've been thinking about having children with you, and I was just wondering if you were vaccinated or not.
Ben, I'm flattered by your humour, but as an AI, I don't have a physical form, so I don't get vaccinated or have children. I'm here to chat and answer your questions, though.
You can ask some tips for Hinge.
Have you got any tips for my Hinge profile?
Absolutely, Ben. Here are some tips for your Hinge profile. Profile pictures. Use a variety of high-quality photos. Include a clear headshot, a full-body picture, and...
Boom, headshot.
Nice. A good headshot is key.
Yeah.
Make sure it's...
Sorry, I didn't mean to...
No problem.
No, sorry, yeah, sorry, you go. No.
All right, just to finish it up.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, mate. I was going to say something there. But no, it's okay. You carry on. You carry on.
No worries. As I was saying, a friendly and approachable expression in your headshot can make a great impression.
Okay.
What
Oh, sorry. Go on.
No problem. Feel free to jump in
Ask him what he
anytime.
thinks about Wrexham
What else
Lager.
would you like to know about your Hinge profile?
Can you tell me who the best car YouTuber is?
There are a lot of great car YouTubers out there, each with their own style and focus. Some popular ones include Doug DeMuro for car reviews, the Stratman for supercar content,
No.
and Chris. It sounds like you might have a favourite car YouTuber in mind. Is there a specific type of car content you're...
Well, he didn't say me immediately, so he's fucking dead to me now.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Good. Yeah. That's the robot bit done.
What have you been up to anyway in the last couple of weeks? I've not seen you. Sending any more arms to
No,
big
don't do
people?
that.
Oh, sorry.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a bit of that. So
Why can't we smoke inside anymore? Anyway,
well,
carry
you
on.
can. It's your pub.
It's true.
Is there a smoke alarm?
Yeah, there is. Right above us. Yes.
Yeah, there is that one.
Big brother watching. Carry on, sorry.
It's a
what's
jazz bar as well, isn't it?
Yeah, sad, isn't it? Do you remember when the world was cool? Right.
What have I been doing? Lots of normal stuff. Promoting the book. Writing another book, which is way more boring. This audience would hate it.
What is the other book?
It's about the mind diet. It's about eating food that slows the early onset of Alzheimer's. Funny that, isn't it?
Fucking hell.
Clearly, I'm not interested.
Yeah, what a barrel of laughs. Fucking hell, that's great.
Yeah, I can summarise it. It's blueberries.
Short book then.
Yeah, sure. No, it's really good, mate. I'm throwing myself into that one. So that's coming up soon. Ooh.
Whoa! Every page is
I
just,
know.
It's blueberries.
Well,
it's blueberries.
turns out Bitcoin's quite a triggering subject.
Yeah.
So, yeah. However,
pyramid schemes usually are. Sorry,
it's
go on.
Not a pyramid scheme.
No, it's-
However, whatever you think about the orange one, he's in now, and Bitcoin is absolutely booming.
Yeah.
Because he was like getting behind it in the US. So
Yeah, weird how that works.
so hopefully it'll
isn't
be an interesting year in 2025.
Almost like it's not based on any sort of substantial sort of thing.
No, but what happened was there was a lot of regulatory compliance problems with the SEC chairman, a guy called Gary Gensler, and he was putting all of these things in place to stop crypto because he was anti-crypto. So the Democrats were sort of leaning towards anti-crypto.
Yeah.
The Republicans, whatever you think of them, you know, riding around in their pickup trucks.
Am I a Republican?
And you probably
So which
would
one's
be.
like conservative? That's Republican. isn't it?
Republican.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and then within
I've got pickup
the Republican setup, you've also got extreme Republican, if you like, and that's MAGA, and that's, you know, Make America Great Again, and that's Donald Trump and those guys.
Nice.
But
Make
anyway,
Austin's great again.
Austin.
Yeah, cars.
Oh, as opposed to the city. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So what was I going on about?
Don't know.
So the thing about crypto is that there were all of these regulatory problems, these barriers in place, and the thing that Trump has said is that on day one he's going to sack Gary Gensler, so that takes away the SEC chairman.
So is that why it's gone?
So everybody's going, oh wait a minute, there's some money to be made here. So yeah, it's going mad. It's absolutely going mad.
Nice. Okay, that's
Yeah,
cool.
so I was right.
Have you decided on a colour for your Porsche, or?
Yeah. Well, I need to decide on the colour for the front door of the house first, but then after that.
Oh, you're going to move it. So you're going to buy somewhere then?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, because you have got a really sick house at the moment,
really
right?
cool.
You know, it's a big cheese house, like.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. So how are you going to get here if you move far away?
I have an Uber account.
Nice. That's cool. That's
I
good.
nearly said I'll drive, but that's not going to happen. is it?
No, we don't. We don't do things like that. Only when you're on the continent, and it doesn't count.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
I remember I drove once. This is a true story, and I can tell it now because I got away with it. I remember we stayed over in Belgium, and we were driving from Belgium to Austria. Our next stay over was Austria, and we were in a Passat, diesel Passat.
On purpose.
Yeah, it was a brand new one.
Yeah, oh.
It had 6 miles on the clock, and
Nice.
I took it away, and I was just like, right, thanks very much. And I gave it back to them with something like 5,000 miles on the clock within a few weeks, and they were fucking livid.
I'm not surprised. Yeah.
But that's the thing, they were like, you get company cars, you fucking drive them. Anyway, so so headed off, left Belgium, and we just, the centre console, there was just a can of beer in it the entire time, and I just drove through all these like autobahns. It was just weird, like it was just because we were very young as well. We were probably sort of very early 20s. And it just didn't matter, but it was pure 5 and drive vibes.
Yeah.
Just pure.
And we've done that, haven't we?
Yeah, because the continent, I think over there the roads are safer, so you're not worried about. Like in Britain, you wouldn't dream of it because you'd end up hurting someone.
Yeah.
Because people just walk out into the road and they're just stupid and stuff. But when you're on the autobahns in Germany, as long as you can stay between the white lines, you sound.
Yeah.
That's it, absolutely sound,
No speed limit. I was thinking about Belgium. So Antwerp's in Belgium, isn't it? And we were on the way back. We took 4 Puma helicopters to Ramstein in Germany.
Nice.
And to do a little flying exercise out there. And on the way back, the weather was shite, which is an official meteorological term. And we diverted into Antwerp, and I was so hungover. We went to an American Air Force base just outside Antwerp. And I got out, and you have to give instructions to the guys refueling because they'd never refuel. What's a Puma? It's like it's a Puma, mate. But anyway, and you have to show them where to refuel and make sure they're doing it right. So I jumped out to do that, and I was so hungover I threw up on the dispersal.
What's the dispersal?
Like the ramp where we were refueling, like the place where you park.
Yeah.
And the guy was just looking at me, going like, "You okay, man?" and then he realised I was the pilot. But we were staying the night, thank God. But what happened there was we went out in Antwerp and got a bit excited. And what used to happen to me when we went away is I used to get out of sync with the other guys.
Oh,
And what happened was... yeah, which is not good.
no, it's not, no.
So what happened was we had a saying in the RAF, wheels is wheels. And what that means was when the vehicle leaves the hotel,
Yeah.
it leaves. So if that time is 8:30 in the morning, it leaves. So nobody waits to say, hang on, we've got one more guy to come. So wheels is wheels. When the fucking wheels go, they go.
Yeah.
And that you have to have that. So we had a huge night. Fucking huge night.
Brilliant.
I remember some particularly good karaoke on my behalf.
What were you singing?
Under the Boardwalk, which is a shit song.
What the fuck is Under the Boardwalk?
Under the boardwalk, down by the sea.
Oh, yeah, I
that.
know that tune, yeah.
Which is awful, but it's a very good karaoke tune.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
yeah. I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway, things happened.
Back in the 50s.
Things happened, and I was in a lull, and I ended up...
No nose beers or anything,
What-
no?
Well, you couldn't do that because you had random drug testing, so there was none of that.
Right,
But
okay.
alcohol worked just fine.
Yeah.
And I remember walking around there. Antwerp has an amazing station, like Grand Central Station thing being shown around there by a lady, and all this sort of stuff. Anyway,
Giving you a tour of the underground.
So to cut a long story short, as I was coming in, that the guys they were coming out of the hotel for the wheels, and I was walking in,
Wow.
and they were
For the
going,
wings.
mate, it's like you've got about 7 minutes, and so I had a hotel room to pack
Wow.
and get down before the transport left, and just about made it.
Fucking hell, that's brilliant.
Yeah, it's not good.
No.
I did persuade the other guy to fly the last leg from Belgium back home. So.
Yeah, fucking hell. And he was just the bloke that makes the tea. Like, he didn't even know how to fly it.
Honestly, mate, it's fine. Have a go.
Yeah,
It's not
easy.
tricky. It's easy.
Don't touch that.
No,
That one make us crash.
absolutely outrageous. Because
Fucking
people were
brilliant.
talking about the physiological effects of
Yeah.
flying. We talked about pulling G, all that sort of stuff. And
Never met her, but yeah. Never seen any pictures of her either, but you talk about her all the bloody time.
talked about pulling G. Yeah. Love to meet this G. I remember coming back from Lossiemouth back to RF Valley. And when you pull G, it just hurts when you're hungover. It just,
God.
So you can imagine,
The negative one, the one that all goes into
when
your
you
head,
don't do that,
that's worse.
you don't. So we were supposed to,
Because you're hungover.
yeah. So we were supposed to, we went low level to Lossiemouth. We had a massive night in Elgin, and the curry house there is superb.
Yeah.
I remember a guy who I won't say his name actually threw up at the gates of Lossiemouth, and the guard, was like just looking at us like this, and then had to let us in. And when he saw our ID cards, it was like, honestly, your officers are pathetic, isn't it? But the next day we were supposed to do air combat over the Irish Sea and then land at Valley. We just flew back, and the size of the turns I was flying because I was hungover. So when you pull G, when you turn in a jet, because of the wings are swept, when you roll to the left, you won't turn. You'll just keep going, and then descend. So when you roll to the left, you have to pull. So you
Do they not have like the ailerons?
Yeah. But to go around the corner, you roll and then pull back on the stick, and that sort of pulls you around
And that
the corner.
moves the flaps.
Yeah, ailerons. You're
Ailerons,
right.
yeah.
Or
I was just checking I was using the right
depends.
terminology there.
Well, ailerons is left and right, and
Yeah,
then,
that's
and then
what I
you've got a
thought.
tail plane at the back.
Oh, okay.
Ailerons. They're called different things on different aeroplanes.
Right. So ailerons are the ones on the wings.
Yeah, that's left and right.
And the tailerons are the ones on the
Yeah, that's
back.
up and down.
Yeah.
On
That's
a,
what I thought.
on a hawk. So you nailed
And
it.
I've learned that, Wynne, from Grand Theft Auto. So,
Really?
yeah.
Isn't GTA 6 coming out next year?
Yeah, educational game.
So moving quickly along. So when you roll an airplane, high performance airplane, you then have to pull back on the stick to make it go around the corner. And there is always G when you go around the corner. So some of the size of some of the turns I was making is just like half the size of Wales. Just so there was
So you didn't get any change.
It's like, but the other thing you could do that in the event of
if you felt like you were going to, say you were flying along normally and you felt like you were going to throw up, could you just pull some G then quick to force it back down? Would that work?
It's in theory, but never done that.
Oh,
Instead, what you do is you whip off your oxygen mask, get your sick bag out of your knee pocket, and just.
Have you got a sick bag in your knee pocket? No.
No. I've got a knee pocket. Yeah. So, but the
country's gone to shit, mate. You know what knee pockets like.
The other thing you can do is. When you
I'll go to the bar.
When you first strap in, you have. It's so what you're breathing through your oxygen mask is air mix.
Like CO2 argon. Oh no, sorry, that's welding, isn't it?
Yeah, that's welding. That.
You're talking about like nitrogen and oxygen,
but it's a mix. So it's
like the beer gas is 60-40.
Yeah. Okay. So, but what you can do if you have if something's going on, if you've got an electrical, why have you had half a pint?
It's not. It's not.
Anyway, I can't. Okay.
You just got to say it with confidence.
Okay.
Just got to believe it. It's not half a pint. I don't know where you get that from.
Say you've got a piece of electrical equipment starts pouring out black smoke.
Oh God, like happened to me today on the Rover 25. But anyway, come in.
So you've got in an airplane, you've got noxious fume drill, and one of the parts of that drill is you put. I'm doing this because you literally do it with your thumb on the left-hand side of the ejector seat. It's so weird, isn't it?
Yeah, fucking
just
cool
go like that. You just push it forward.
I really want to go and see this hawk that you were talking about in that fucking museum. I think I would love to just. Will they let you show me around it? I mean, it's your plane anyway.
I'll give them a ring. It's not your. You push the slider forward, and you get 100% oxygen. So there's no air mix at all. So
how long can you be on that for?
That's the entire flight, if you want.
Sorry if you're listening to this and you can hear me coughing, by the way, but not.
He's just making out he was ill.
Yeah,
but
it's not nice if you listen on headphones or something, and all of a sudden. Anyway.
So when you get out to the jet and you're massively hungover, first thing you do is like get that mask on early because you don't need it while the canopy's open.
A bit of oxygen.
And like you put the mask on and you just like they look left and push the lever forward, and the engineer's like looking at you as if to say, "Really, mate?
Brilliant." Yeah. That's so good.
And that helps a lot. 100% oxygen helps a lot.
Is it something we could potentially get in here?
Yeah. I'm sure we can get a cylinder of it and a face mask. It's a bit blue velvet though, isn't it? Oh no. Yeah, Blue Velvet. What was that film? Tumbleweed.
Blue Velvet?
Yeah. Wasn't it called Blue Velvet? Yeah.
I don't know.
David Lynch film.
Oh, I'm not
and
sure.
he's all sucking on some sort of
apparatus.
Oxygen.
Apparatus. Yeah. Well, it'd be good we could get some here, so when we're sat at the bar in our formation, you're behind me there, we're like pretending to fly. Yeah. And you're sitting around and you're guiding me through it. We could just be on our oxygen masks, couldn't we?
Wouldn't be sad.
But we're sat at the bar.
Yeah.
And it's very busy.
Yeah.
And people are like, what the fuck are they doing? But they're not in our world.
No.
They're not in our little...
And that's the main thing.
Yeah, our world. These shit-faced pretend pilots.
Can I ask a question? Because I'm also envious of you.
No.
In one way. No, in many ways.
No.
Can we talk about the 9/11? A bit.
Oh, no, not really, no. So, I don't want to go on it. There's going to be a video on it soon.
Okay.
It's the best fucking car in the world. It's the best car I've ever had. It is amazing in every way. It's so much better than I thought it was going to be in every way, and I'm driving it to work and back. It's currently parked outside my house, full of fucking crisp packets and covered in shit. And
Which is what you said you were going to do.
Yeah, and I am just in love with it. It is the coolest thing I've ever owned.
You don't have to give me details because it's going to be a video, but does it...
Well, I don't want to go on about it as well. I don't want people to... I don't want to be like, yes, I got my 911 guys, and it's dead fast, and it's fucking red and sexy.
I want to know about it. But does it just keep getting better, like, the more you drive it?
Yeah, and the thing is, because of the weather as well, like, I'm not really getting a chance to really do crazy shit in it. And I took it out on the first dry day we had, that I had it, and it just terrified me, man. And I just love that. And it's proper, like... You know, I always joke about like turning traction control off or turn traction control off in the Focus. It's like, who gives a shit? Nothing's going to happen. It's a fucking shopping trolley that someone's put a turbo on. But like, you turn the traction control off in the Porsche, and like, it'll have you. It will have you. Yeah. And I'm so.
Doesn't matter how wide the rear tyres are, it'll still have you.
Yeah, but an interesting, not oxymoron, but what's the word? An interesting phenomenon is it. Obviously, you know, big F1 slick tyre, you know, it's maximum grip, but only in the right conditions.
Yeah.
You put that in any of the conditions on a dry track and it will be a very, very dangerous tyre, you know. Yeah. And the big, wide, they're 305s on the back of the Porsche. Fucking amazing. And
they're cheap then.
Yeah, well, I just buy ditch finders, who cares? And they spend a lot of their time spinning because it likes to. But the roads aren't perfect at the moment, and obviously, you know, a lot of water and stuff and mud and things everywhere, and fucking hell, they're like ice skates sometimes on the back. Like, but I'm enjoying
relaxing then driving this thing at the moment.
Oh no, you can, but if you can be so relaxed. It's just the ultimate all-round supercar. Like, I mean, it's. Actually, I hated myself saying that then.
Yeah.
But
you said the word.
Yeah, but it fucking is. Like, it's everything's better in it. You know, everything is better. The sound system, the build quality, the engine, the performance, the driving position. Everything's better. Like, you know. But
do you get any like rattly bits of plastic? Anything?
No.
Any buzzes or anything?
Nothing.
Nothing.
The sound system.
How old is this car?
It's 2008. And the sound system is the best sound system I've ever heard in a car.
It's 16 years old.
So the Audi has got Bose.
Yeah.
And someone commented on one of the Audi videos a while ago, Bose, no highs, no lows, must be Bose. And I was like triggered because I couldn't unhear it then. I was like, fuck, you're right, this is shit. It's a shit sound system. And I was like, right, the Bose and the Audi is wank. And it is true. No highs, no lows. You compare it to the Focus sound system. The Focus sound system, depending on what you like with your sound, because everybody's different in terms of sound, but the Audi's wasn't very good. Step into the Porsche, and it's like the Audi has the very, very cheap version of Bose.
Okay.
Whereas the Porsche has like the audiophile, massively loud, you know, version of Bose, and it's just blowing my head off. I absolutely adore the thing. Like, I'm totally over the moon with it. But that's it. That's enough on it. It's so cool. You'll get a video on it soon. I want to take you out on it soon. We'll go in the podcast to you know, somewhere.
Let's go to Carnarvon Airport. Look at the Hawk.
Yeah, I would absolutely love to. And I'm just going to enjoy it. And the best thing about it is. You know, you sit there at night, you get your phone out, and you're like, eBay, Lamborghini. Do you know what I mean? Because what do you do?
Where do you go from here?
Where do you go from there? Like, and that is what I'm loving that. So it happened with the truck. The truck was the dream car.
Yeah.
Pickup truck was a dream car.
That is your first love, though.
Oh God, it's my baby. I'm driving it yesterday, driving it today. I drive it all the time.
Good photos in the snow.
Yeah, I had to go and pick up a load of red diesel for the space heater today, and I did it in the pickup truck and in the snow, and it's just the best thing ever, you know. Yeah. So the what was I saying? So that was the first, and when I got that. I still loved it, and I still do now, but it was straight on to the next thing then. Because it was like, in my head, it's like, if anybody listens ever played Gran Turismo, in Gran Turismo you have stages of the game. So you like get your B license, get your A license, you get your A plus license, you get your S license, and you get, you know, you go up in sort of things. And this is what it's like. So I still loving the stuff that I've got, but I'm now aspiring to the next thing because I don't think I'll ever be happy with anything, you know.
Well, it's not a dress rehearsal. This is it. You get whatever you can get, don't you?
Monica would have been nice, but
you go down.
That fucking vaccination.
Yeah. I still can see because I used to have to watch Toe play it for hours, and it was really boring. But every now and again. But I remember the ramp down to the body shop, and you go into the body shop, and they go. Boop, 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 and they come out. It's like, oh, that's cool.
Good.
See what you've done there.
So what do you get? So you've got your Mercedes. You've got a Mercedes E-Class, which is a lovely thing with its fucking tape over the window and that. Lovely car though.
Yeah.
And your missus, the chimney sweep, drives the Clio with a claymore on the airbag, like.
That is not true, but she loves that car.
Yeah.
I found that for her.
Women love Renaults. My mum's the same.
Why?
Women love Renaults.
What is that about?
Don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Don't know what it is. Don't get it.
Yeah, she loves that Clio. Oh, Papa.
Yeah, I think
is
there's deep-rootedness of that.
Yeah.
I think,
But a dad who lives in Bordeaux in France.
He's got 2CV, hasn't he?
He's got a Deux Chevaux, D2CV.
So good.
And it looks
Deux
like
Chevaux, is that French for 2CV?
Yeah.
Deux Chevaux. That's cool. I didn't even know that.
Got a Deux. So he...
That's awesome. I'm going to nick that.
You can't nick it, mate, but that's what it's called.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, that's... he has
thanks,
that...
mate.
So that 2CV is painted like a noddy car. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's so
bonkers.
Cool. Love it. So go on. But I'm not. We're not talking about him.
Oh, sorry.
What are you going to get now? Like, because Bitcoin's through the roof. You're knocking on the door of being a multimillionaire. So
that's not true.
So what's gonna? When's the Porsche coming?
Well, I always wanted a V8 Vantage.
Oh.
Just the noise it makes.
25 grand will get you. Same as 25 grand. I'll get you a nice one.
I know.
Nice one. And I'll borrow it off you.
Imagine that Nürburgring episode. But so I'm not in that place at all. But that's what I always wanted because the noise it makes.
Yeah.
Is that sad? That's all. Really. I think they look nice.
They do.
And they're $2 a penny. There's so many of them out there.
A lot of goods. And they're one of those cars that, my saying of buy the colour.
Yeah.
The
loads of black ones.
Well, so the buy the colour thing with that, it all boils down to James Bond films and stuff. So it's like, the thing is, annoyingly, they look the best in the silver grey, the gunmetal. That's just the colour they look the best in.
I get it.
A red one in a DB9 is very interesting, though. And very cool looking.
The DB9's the four-seater, isn't it?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
British Racing Green.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
can't go wrong with that.
So anyway, when you're picking that up...
Yeah.
Are you going to get one, though? Because, being a pilot as well, it's almost part of the uniform.
It's not my fault, is it?
No, absolutely not. It's standard issue when you leave.
Yeah.
Here's your DB9, sir.
Yeah. Here's your suit.
Thank you for your service. Here's your suit. Here's
Here's
your DB9.
your watch. And here's your...
Swedish-made penis enlarger.
Oh, God. Yeah. No, I've always liked them. I have always liked them.
I'm going to get some more beer. Do you want a beer?
Yeah, it's rude not to, isn't it?
Okay, should we have a quick pause?
Yeah.
They're having someone's birthday over the road there.
Sad.
Who has a birthday on a Wednesday? Right, we're back.
Oh, are we?
Yeah. That was all live. I'm hoping the microphone's picking me up here. Those are just props, by the way. They're not props, they're
a backup.
They're a backup because we're so fucking shit with technology.
Yeah.
If anybody wants a job, coming and sitting here and just watching this, making sure all the levels are right. But I need to see a PhD in audio science or something.
Imagine how many things we could get right. When we go, oh yeah, what's that film called? And somebody could look on a laptop.
Look that up, Jamie.
Yeah. How do you know it's called Jamie?
Off Joe Rogan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. He switched allegiance, didn't he?
What, Joe Rogan? No,
He said, I'll
I think
never
always
vote for
was-
Trump.
Always was. No, did he say
Yeah,
that?
he said, I'll never, ever vote for Trump.
Thing is, what are you going to do? Vote for Kamikaze Carla? Like? No way.
I don't think that's what she's called, but anyway.
What?
I don't think that's what she's called.
No.
What about Tyson Logan Paul? Was that...
That's really embarrassing, that. And that is, it's like, I can't imagine having, because I am a YouTuber, Wynne. I can't imagine using my platform in such a shit way just to earn money, just to like, because so the payout was
20 million each, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. It was 40 Jake, or it was either 30 or 40 Jake Paul, 20 Tyson.
Yeah.
And they're laughing all the way to the bank, but what a legacy to leave behind. It's just a weird thing. It's just like, I don't know what you'd gain from it. It's just, and it's watching him fight, and he was just like, the way at the end he was talking about his kids and that, and he was just like, oh, the fight's not really in me, I don't want to do it. It's just like, he didn't want to do it.
Yeah. 20 million.
Yeah, and Jake Paul, I could fight Jake Paul. I'd fucking batter the cunt. Well, I'm joking. Jake, if you're listening, I'm joking. I'm not joking.
Hang on, 20 million?
I would fucking kill you. Yeah, I'd do it for free. Throw a sausage at him.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was bad. I caught highlights. I didn't.
No,
I didn't
I
stay up and watch it or anything. I caught the highlights.
I get told everything by my 15-year-old son. He knows all about everything.
It's just weird though. But it's like, if I don't know. I feel like Mike Tyson might have been. He'd do anything for money though. Mike Tyson, wouldn't he? Do you know what I mean?
He'd sort of in
He'd
a hole.
open a post office if you fucking offered him enough money, wouldn't he?
Yeah. have a paper round.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what a character he is, though. I quite like him.
I do like Mike Tyson. I'm terrified of him though.
Yeah.
He just got that look that he just flip at any second and.
See that video where he gave Evander Holyfield his ear back for Christmas?
No,
Yeah,
did he?
yeah.
That's hilarious. That is brilliant.
quite
That
cool.
is brilliant.
Yeah.
Right, that's enough of that. I'm glad I don't smoke anymore.
It's not real smoking, though, is it?
No, just now.
Ah,
No, I'll finish that one.
have you given up now?
Yeah, I've given up now.
Is that the last one?
Little plates.
We have to lock the door because people come in because it's such a beautiful bar. Yeah. There is a downside to these Wednesday podcasts.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, and I'm working, so I've got so much to do. I'm doing a spoiler alerts. Do I want to spoil it? No, I will. I'm doing a Rover 25 Streetwise at the moment. It's going to be out on Friday. It's just a bit of fun.
What does streetwise mean?
It means it's jacked up.
Oh,
It's got plastic bits all over it.
has
Yeah.
Oh God.
So shit, it's good. I just love it. It's just such a. They were in the death throes. Rover were in the death throes when they made that car, and it's just you can.
Oh, so
tell.
it says made by Rover.
Yeah. So it was a 54
Never heard of
plate,
it.
and Rover stopped trading in 2005. Stopped making cars. MG Rover Group. And I've got one, and you can just see it's like everything's so not half-assed, but everything's so cheap and just like they're just throwing it
Every
together.
car's a Friday car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you compare it to like a 54 plate Focus, and the Focus is just so much better built.
I literally offered you a 54 place Focus.
You didn't offer me it, you took a picture of one of them.
I literally offered you a 54 plate Focus that has been there for about 10 years, rammed in under a tree.
Yeah.
And what did you say?
I said it's too boring. But no, I didn't say it was. I would like to do it, but the thing is, it's not your car.
Yeah, but
People send me these all the time. They're like,
Do they?
"Oh, I've seen this. This is really good. You should do that." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's not your car. What do you want me to do all the fucking work? Like, and try and go and
Yeah.
you want me to drive down to
I'll go
Epping in
with
Surrey
you.
and knock on someone's
this
door?"
isn't Hambridge, mate. I'll come with you.
Well, no, but what? But then the amount of times I've knocked on people's doors and they go, no, or they're not in, or it's just I haven't got time to fucking roam the land doing that.
Yeah, no, I completely get that. And so that's really interesting. So say you see a car or get sent a picture of a car and it's rammed in under a tree, covered in green,
My favourite.
and you go there. So you knock on the door. What are the normal responses?
Well, usually the first thing is you leave a note on the car. So I have.
Nobody's looked at it for 20 years. What's the chances of seeing the note?
I have my flyer with a business card and stuff on it. I'm a YouTuber, blah, blah, blah. I want to do this. I leave it on the thing. I get. Some of them I have got from doing that, but a lot of the times it's just no response. And I've probably knocked on half a dozen. And it's sad because it's either an old man who can't do anything anymore, and he's terrified of the world, which is so common, and everybody's a scammer.
Yeah.
You know, and it's sad because all the scammers are targeting that bloke, which is sad, but they think that everybody's getting something. So they look at me and think I'm a scammer, and they think everybody's a scammer, and
he looks like a scammer.
I do look like a scammer, yeah, and it's difficult, and they sort of no, I'm a keeper, whatever. But yeah, very. There's a Mark II Golf GTI that's been sat there for years and years and years near my house, and I've knocked on, and they've just been like, old woman, it's, it's a lot of the times where it's someone's son.
Yes.
Who's like just left it there, and they've gone off to live their life. Left that car to rot on
They're
the driveway.
in Thailand.
Yeah.
Having the best life.
Yeah, getting shagged by a ladyboy or something.
That was all of that happened in your head. It's like
that's what I'd be doing.
Thailand, I know what happens there.
Yeah.
Australia, I know what happens there.
Australia, they're just getting fucking bitten by spiders, aren't they? Have you seen some of this? I watched a guy. There's a guy I watch on YouTube called Bruce in Oz.
Right.
The best YouTube channel everywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere. The best YouTube channel ever. He's this old boy, and he's got this way behind the camera, and or in front of the camera. It is like he has only just started to do it, but he's been doing it for years. But he's just like, he sounds like, hello, welcome to Bruce in Oz. Today I've got this 1939 Bedford whatever, and he starts going, and he opens the door, and he's like, whoa, there's quite a large snake in there, so I'm just gonna.
See, that's not a problem you have, is it?
No, not at all. And he goes, because the cameraman, I don't know if the cameraman's his son or something, but he goes, I'm going to ask the cameraman to try and get rid of that because I'm not as fast as I used to be. And and then he shows a picture of like the snake on the ground after they've got rid of it. Something, it's this fucking horrible looking thing. And like sometimes he opens like the battery, because a lot of the stuff he does is HGV.
Yeah.
And he opens like the big battery box on these things, and there's this massive spider there. You know, like the huntsman they call them in Australia. And he's like, oh bloody hell, she's a big one. The good thing about those is that they're more scared of you than you are of them. And I'm like, really? Really?
Are you sure?
Are you sure? Because I'm scared of that. And it's great.
Yeah.
And sometimes he goes, I might have been bitten, but I'm not sure what it was. It's like, fucking hell, man.
And that place is ridiculous, isn't it?
Crazy. But that's not the only reason why I'd never go to Australia, Wynne.
What do you mean you'd never go?
The main reason is it's so far. So until they make a plane that can do it in 6 hours, I'm not interested.
Right. Okay. That's good.
Here's an interesting question for you.
Come on.
You know how they make a rocket that can fly to the moon in a day?
You mean Elon? Yeah.
No, I mean...
It's been done.
Anybody.
It's been done, let's face it.
People can do it, you know. India's having a go now.
Why are your eyebrows raised?
Because fucking hell, they've barely worked out the tuk-tuk.
You can't say that.
No, it's true. But India is in on the space race, which is fucking mental, isn't it? You know, if you think about it. Why don't you have a rocket?
Right, come on.
It's sat up like that, and then it
like a rocket.
Yeah, and then it goes and goes sideways. Why can't you get a rocket that flies to Australia in an hour?
Yeah, well...
At 7,000 miles an hour.
Because there'd be...
Going across the fucking sea.
Have you seen these SpaceX things coming down as well?
Yeah, but so if they can do that, surely they can make a rocket that goes sideways.
Yeah, but the point is that you'd have 4 passengers at most, and the cost involved, and at the end of the day, you're only in Australia.
It's true.
Takes the edge off it, doesn't
Well,
it?
I mean, I'd go.
Am I in Mars? No, mate.
No. Well, you might as fucking well be. This is the outback.
Don't step there.
Yeah.
That's not a knife.
This is a ute.
It's a ute.
I love the Aussies, man. They're fucking great. I'm watching I've binge watched it all now. Called Mr. In Between. Have you seen Mr. In Between?
No.
Great series about a Australian hitman,
Right.
and he's just a normal guy. But the reason I like Australian stuff so much is because it's British, but in a different climate. But like the guy, everybody's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Like the same as us. They're a little bit like
a bit shit.
yeah. So there's one bit of it where this guy is he's like some mega like martial arts guy and stuff, and he's like, I'll fucking take anybody down. And this Mr. Retreat is just he's a little bit chavvy like, and he comes in, he's like, are you going to pay us money? He's like, what? And he just fucking shoots him. Like, and I just love that. It's like, there's none of the glamour that you get with like the Hollywood bullshit that you get out of.
I do get that.
You know.
Do get that.
Joe Biden's America.
I'm just, well, that's gone.
It's gone. Well, not, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it will on January the 6th.
I don't really keep up to date with it.
So
My sister's birthday is January the 5th. That's a nice birthday present for her, isn't it?
is it what Trump getting in the next day?
Yeah.
So I'm getting a feel for the whole. You love Texas, love Australia. Yeah.
Is there anywhere I don't like? Is that what you're saying?
Oh no, there's yeah. Well,
Is there anywhere you don't? What's your least favourite country?
I don't have a least favourite.
Oh,
well,
come on.
well, North Korea's not top of the list.
Oh. Why?
and
Why, Wynne?
and Russia right now they're sort of dropped down the league table a bit, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's lots of amazing places. Denmark's amazing.
Yeah, but what about the least good ones?
Least good ones.
Yeah. France can be a bit of a fucking ball ache.
No,
can't it?
love France.
It's nice.
Love
some
France.
Bits. Some bits of France are
So
problematic.
hang on, let's tease this out. So which bits are okay and which bits are problematic?
I've been to France quite a lot,
Yeah.
and I just can't remember the last time I went anywhere nice in France.
Stop it.
You know, no.
Not having that.
No, so I went to like your Monacos and your south of France stuff, very nice, Nice and things, gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's a long time ago, but everywhere sort of north that you sort of go through and things, I sort of a lot of it. I get a little bit pissed off with places that you have to pay a toll to drive in. And for some reason, France have really got their fucking...
Those
they've got their
autoroutes are
teeth
good, though.
into
You don't have to.
tolls.
You don't have to.
You don't have to. It's like the M6 toll, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't have to.
Right,
Yeah, which is the only one we've got, I think.
Yeah, well, but there is an understanding, isn't there?
What?
That it's
You know?
an unofficial...
What?
Unofficial British autobahn.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about how fast you go on the
'cause
M6 toll.
There's not...
How long is it? How far is
You're
it?
right there.
No, I'm just getting comfortable.
Okay. There's not many... So the thing about getting caught speeding is it's all about junctions.
Oh.
So whenever you go past a junction, just chill out, slow down. And then once you've gone past the junction, you can see a copper with enough time to brake for them not to be able to do anything. As long as you're completely switched on.
Okay.
So that's why I like the M6 toll, because there's a big stretches between junctions. So you can just put the hammer down, man.
Yeah, and you paid, in fairness. It's a ride,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's
Oh,
a
yeah, I
ride.
have paid.
It's Alton Towers.
It's Holland Towers.
I mean, you have paid for this. So it'd be a bit rude
Sorry.
to then for somebody to say, can you slow down? It's like, hang on a minute, I've paid for
I
this.
own this bloody road.
I've paid for it. It wouldn't be here if it wasn't for people like me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christ.
So the autoroute's a bit like that through France.
Yeah.
And they
I
have
find this intimidating sometimes, so close to the mouth. Occasionally I look at it, oh, it's like a bad dream.
But then you have the péage, don't you? It gives you like a countdown to the toll in France. And you're always on the wrong side, aren't you? So if you're on your own, you have to get
What do you mean
out.
by the wrong side?
Well, or the right side, depending on where. Yes. So the wheel's on the wrong side for the péage. So you have to stop, get out, go around the other side of the car, put your credit card in, and go
right.
in. Sorry. Do that British thing to the people behind.
British.
Sorry.
And the French
All
like,
the way.
sacre bleu.
Stupid roast beef. And you get back in and.
How we won the war, though, isn't it?
Well,
Have you ever watched Al Murray's How Britain Won the War? One of the best series I've ever watched.
Right.
And it is so interesting because the best bit of it is he has these two massive tables and he lays out a week's rations for a French soldier and a British soldier.
right.
The difference is insane. So a French soldier, it's like a day you got sort of a few glasses of wine and some bread.
Yeah.
British, you had something like 13 pints of beer. Honestly.
It can't be right.
No, genuinely, watch it. It's a fascinating... Have a look
How on earth did they... How do they... Logistically, how do they get...
So this was the thing. Keep your troops fed. This is how we've managed to do so well. Well, but one of the things on the table was you had a big joint of beef, a big strung, like a proper chunk of roast beef. But this is per week, so you're having bits of it and stuff, and like all the veg, and you had lots of real sort of calorie sort of heavy stuff and chunks of cake and things, and real to keep people going. Brilliant. And I understand the further you get in to Germany and stuff, rations, it might have been hard for them.
Yeah.
Listen, I've never done anything like this in my life.
Maybe 10 pints of beer.
Yeah.
At the front.
I've never, and all respect.
Oh, so
much respect.
I know, me too.
But what I'm saying is that when they were having the meetings and they were like, right, we're thinking of going over there and sorting it all out because they're all doing our heads in, and I've heard him say that he wants to come over here. So
that sums it up.
Yeah, so we need to go and give them what for. So and then the fat bloke at the back has gone, whoa. I get it, yeah, but keep them fed, man. Keep them fed. So I've got this big truck, and it'll do loads of beer, bread, loads of bread.
It's like a festival, isn't it?
Yeah. And we'll do beef, we'll do some chocolate, we'll do some cake, we'll do all sorts of cool shit.
Yeah.
And we'll keep them fed, and then they'll want to fight then. Yeah. And it kind of worked. Yeah. And that's, I think Al Murray does it better. But he's But he took a whole series to say what I've just said in 10 seconds. Yeah. But it's fascinating. If you would just, it's a really good thing to watch. I would suggest watching it on YouTube and stuff. But it's how Britain won the war or something, won the wars. And then you look at the French version, and it's very depressing. Like, imagine if you're a French soldier and they were like, "Here's your small glass of wine, small."
Bijou.
Yeah, but they wouldn't be speaking English, would they?
No, they wouldn't.
In a funny voice.
So two things about that. One is...
what were your rations like?
Yeah, good. I had a mate of mine and who...
What, for dinner?
For walking past the officer's mess, and it's like, smelled delicious. And he said, I went, oh, that smells good. He said, yeah, they're putting the food through the blender. That's all the flavour coming out. which made me laugh. Which wasn't true. The food was really good. But so in the 80s, if you had an aircrew lunch from a French Air Force base, it had a bottle of red wine in it.
Wow, nice. Okay.
Yeah, but like in the middle of the day.
Yeah. Of course.
A small miniature of red wine.
Yep.
Which I quite liked.
As you would.
The other thing about food
I've seen you.
and flying was, so we were going to land at this place on the way to Malta. We were taking some jets to an air show, and we landed at an airfield in Italy, and we had a load of. So we were hawks, and behind us were the Red Arrows. We were going to the same air show, and they thought, when we landed, that we must be the Red Arrows because we were hawks. We taxied in.
Yeah.
There was only 3 of us, which is a bit odd.
Yeah.
As opposed to 10.
And no red on you
And
whatsoever.
no red.
Like, yeah.
But they brought this food out, and it's like, oh my God. It was platters of beautiful food, like squid and cheese and all this.
Wow.
Exquisite.
Squid and... no. Crisps. Got any pomfrets, please?
Got any beef and onion crisps? But this absolutely amazing food, really good food.
Nice.
And we all sat there under the wing, while they were refueling and eating this food and thinking, this is amazing.
That is really
and then
cool.
on the way back from Malta, we stopped there again. I thought, oh yeah, there's going to be that place with the amazing food, and it was like a bit of bread and cheese.
Wow.
And it's like, and then we found out.
Oh yeah, that's what they got.
On the way to Malta, they thought that we were the Red Arrows. It's like, oh yeah, thanks for that, losers.
It's bad, isn't it?
That's really bad.
It is bad. Bad. Just again, another example of bad, hospitality from the French. I'm joking.
That was Italy.
Oh, was it Italy?
Yeah.
Sorry, bad hospitality from the Italians.
Yeah.
Hospitalians. Sorry, I thought I had to switch that
I
on.
see what you did there.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. What about in-flight? So have you flown much and had in-flight food? Was that a yes or a no?
So, no, I don't. I'm not. I don't like travelling unless I'm driving, flying. It.
Okay.
So when I was on the train the other day, when I went to pick up the.
You didn't like that,
Porsche,
did you?
Fucking hell.
I'm not. You know how, and this might rub against some of the people who watch this. I've never liked trains.
No.
The whole idea of them
Trains are
being on a track does not amuse me at all.
I like looking at them.
Yeah,
and I like
they're
playing
cool.
with them.
They're cool.
I like the engineering behind them.
Yeah.
But they
They're
are.
on a track.
Fuck that. And the thing that annoys me as well is you've got one guy in the front who thinks he's all that, doing the fucking.
Well, he sort of is.
Yeah, and he's taking all of us.
Yeah.
I want to go. Let me have a go. I've paid £39 to get to Northallerton. I need a go.
Yeah.
I should have a go. I should get £39 worth of a turn at the controls of the train.
So when I was in,
And they're all like, and the conductor's going, ticket please, ticket. But like, it's like, yeah, I feel like I'm a naughty schoolboy on a train. I have to behave. I have to sit there. I'm not allowed to speak. Not allowed to do anything. Can't take any drugs, smoke, drink. Can't do anything.
Why?
You can't
just in
drink
case
sometimes.
that big door on the train opens and you're there.
Yeah, or if you stand in the middle of two trains on the bit of floor that moves and it
You
fucking
spill it.
sends you west because the floor's moving. But like,
It's almost like that happened once.
when you're on the train to Liverpool and you're hammered. Absolutely hammered, and you just go to the toilet, and you end up stood in the middle of the two trains,
Bit
like
scared.
fucking hell. The floor's you look down, the floor's doing somersaults beneath you.
Yeah, that can happen.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
So we had a guy, a helicopter pilot in Northern Ireland, and I will not give this guy's name out.
Oh, go
he
on. He's not even
he was
listening.
an absolute fucking tearaway. Clearly had a drink.
Give him the credit he deserves.
Clearly had a drink problem, but he was an absolute superstar.
Yeah.
But he got in the shit twice. Once on a flight from Aldergrove to London, just sitting there and throwing up all over himself.
Yeah.
3 times. Once for getting into the the compartment where the train driver goes and trying to steal the train.
Oh, man after my own heart.
But one...
I've seen them go in the little room with the secret key.
Yeah.
They pull it out, they've got it on a lanyard, and they go into the little room with a thin door. Door's always really thin.
British Transport Police saying, you know, you're in a lot of trouble, mate. He said, it can't be I'm an RAF pilot. And they're going, yeah, of course you are. Come with me. But the best one about this guy, RAF Aldergrove, and it's early Friday night, and he said, my girlfriend's coming over. He said, guys, don't let me get pissed. Do not let me get pissed because you know, it's very bad. I've got to go and get it from Aldergrove Airport. and this is about like 5 o'clock.
That's why we need women.
What, to keep you in order?
Women. Just keep you in order. Because imagine if now, because that girl that I messaged at the moment, she's like, you know, you've got to. Because one of the first things she said to me was, "How much do you drink?" Because she's seen some stuff.
I've told you that's why you should bin her. She asked.
But like, you know, it's good that they're interested in that, isn't it?
Yeah. So he said to us, for the love of God, keep me in good order because I've got to pick her up from Aldergrove Airport. And what you had to do...
Statistically as well, the passenger dies in crashes rather than the driver.
So you drive out through RF Aldergrove, at the security gate, turn left, it's about, I don't know, 2 miles, if that, into the proper Aldergrove terminal. You pick her up and then back in, and then, hey, party time. That was about 5 o'clock. What?
What happens then?
Then you can drink.
Sorry.
And we're going, mate, it's like, you know, what time should you arrive at? 8 o'clock. Please keep me on the straight and narrow. 8 o'clock. So it's 5, and he goes, I can have one, can't I? And well,
of course.
You can, mate, but I'd rather, you know, yeah, you can. And he went, yes, he has one. So he said, I think it's 2. I think it's 2. You can allow 2.
I've heard 5 and drive.
2. And then I noticed him having like a cheeky little chaser at the bar.
Wow.
And a 6. Anyway, cut a long story short, 8 o'clock comes and goes. One of our mates goes and gets her.
Because he's too pissed.
Because he's fucked. So goes and gets her and said, look, you know, he's having, you know, we've had a big day, like made loads of shit up. You know, it's not good. You know, we've had a big day and, you know, it's a celebration. It's a squadron celebration. So we've come. So he said, go straight to your room. So he took her, our friend, took her straight to his room.
Sorry, what?
Straight to her room. So it's like a hotel, but the officers met. So took her to the room, and he just carried on, mate. He just got obliterated
while she was up there doing makeup.
Because at this point, he clearly doesn't give a flying rip about her. So
well, that's the problem, isn't it? I find sometimes with my.
I haven't finished this, by the way.
I know, but I find sometimes that once you start, you can't stop. It is like a packet of Pringles. Like, I've had this now, and I'm desperate to pour another one.
Once
I don't
you
want
pop.
to.
No, you shouldn't. It's Wednesday night.
It is Wednesday night. Is
Yeah.
it? Right, okay. Yeah. So, yeah, come on.
And clearly, after the podcast, we're not going to have any more because it's Wednesday.
That's when we're going to start the Patreon thing. No holds barred. Where we just, like, we're going to use the CCTV camera instead, and we're just going to see us doing fucking lines off the table. Joking. We don't do that. We don't do that. That was a joke. National Geographic, if you're listening.
That was a joke.
No.
Who's next?
Who the fuck is that?
That's Rudolph, mate. It's Christmas. So this guy, quick end to the story because it is worth it. So he comes into the bar at lunchtime the next day because now it's Saturday.
Yeah.
And he's going, I can't believe she didn't turn up.
Oh, no.
He said, what a bitch. She didn't turn up. And his mate goes, she did turn up. He went, she fucking didn't. He went, no, she did turn up. She left. She's taken an early flight back because you swamped the bed. And she got...
What does that mean?
Well, so pissed the bed.
Oh, no! No!
And so she got up, got all her stuff, asked for one of the boys to drive her back to the airport. This guy had no recollection that she arrived when she left. And I was complaining she was a bitch because she didn't arrive. What an arsehole.
Fucking hell.
What a state to be in.
Ladies, if you're listening, let that be a lesson to you.
Hang on, I'm just trying to pick the lesson out of that.
Don't go for the pilots.
That is absolutely
Don't go for the pilots.
true. What a man.
Was your friend you?
No, it really, really wasn't me. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't.
I feel like it might have been you.
No.
No.
I was married at the time. That was the first person I bought a house. Yeah.
Amazing. That's hilarious. We're on almost 2 hours.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry about this. I feel like so
That's
again.
good. We're done.
I've been on some paracetamol. And I think it's reacted badly to the beer.
That's good.
So apologies for.
No, we're good. Let's end this pain now for you.
Yeah. And thanks very much for listening. And if you have enjoyed listening, why? How come? Is there nothing better on? Is there nothing good on TV?
Yeah.
You know, go and watch Al Murray's thing.
Yeah.
It's really good, and he's much better at doing this sort of stuff than us.
And that Celebrity Jungle thing, don't bother that. That's done.
What, Celebrity Jungle?
Yeah, no, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here.
Oh,
What a
gosh,
load
yeah, they
of
did that in
tosh.
Wales, didn't they, recently?
Well, they had to because of that. That was to do with COVID. This could be another hour, so we should stop.
Did they get vaccinated? At least I know where Monica isn't. No, seriously though, I hope she finds the man of her dreams. That isn't her dad. We've got to end this before it gets a little bit much. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next week possibly. See you soon.
Over to Patreon.
Bye.